We're keeping you up to date in the 5:30 game as well. It's 1-0 Arsenal, but Somerville's just had one chalked off for being offside. But let's go to Harrison, who's a Newcastle fan. All right, Harrison?
Hello, boys, you all right?
I'm all right, matey. I mean, you must be sick as a dog.
Nah, do you know what? I'm not, to be honest with you. We did deserve the win. A point is probably a fair result. We didn't have one shot on target the whole game. And of all people, Mark Gay puts it in the back of the net for us. So, it is what it is. It's a point on the road. We're 4 points off third as it stands, or fourth, whatever it was. I've just had a look earlier. But it is what it is. If you get 2 wins on the bounce and other results go your way, you're back up there, aren't you? So,
yeah, look, you got beat by West Ham.
Yeah.
A draw in the last minute against Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace, mate, they're poor. I'm not being... I don't think they're a great side at all.
I know. I know.
I just don't know. I'm looking at Newcastle and saying,
it's not been a good week, that.
You want to go to the next level, didn't you? You want to be competing, but they're 2 games really that you can't really afford to lose if you're thinking about top 4.
Well, but before these last 2 weeks, these last 2 match days, you're thinking, it's got to be 6 points out of them.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, we've come away with 1 point out of the pair of them. We've got Liverpool next in midweek, which is going to be an absolute stinker probably.
Yeah.
And and then we've got Brentford away the following weekend.
Yeah. See, this is what I mean. That's what I say about them games, Harrison. Like when them games come along, West Ham at home, Palace away, 6 points, because then you can allow a loss to Liverpool or a draw against Brentford. But now you've put yourselves under pressure.
Yeah, I know. I completely agree. We're struggling with firepower up top of the minute. Exactly. Isak just ain't the same guy at the moment. He's gone off injured today. He chipped his nail varnish and he went off, mate. Honestly, it's just...
Harrison, let me ask you about Nick Pope.
Go on.
I'm going to ask you about him. What do you think? what do you think?
He can be a good shot stopper, but I feel like I don't know what it is recently. I feel like the last season and maybe 2 seasons, he's just always got a stinker in him, mate. And he's
should do better for the goal, I think. I don't know if you've seen it back. You've been in the game, but
is it the way in? I'm just on the way back from the game now.
Yeah, I think you should do better.
It's far post. He's headed it down. I feel like from where I've seen it, he's got a hand to it, but it's still gone in. I don't know how. I mean,
I just think where Newcastle were 2 years ago to where you are now, right? It's been a remarkable rise. You were watching a side that are fighting relegation. You had Champions League football, and this build, you can't build the way you want financially because of the restrictions with financial fair play. I just think there's 1 or 2 areas you can look at and go, can we get better? And what's it going to cost to get better? And I'm just looking around. I just see the goal. I just thought it was a little bit weak from Pope. Whenever I see at times, I don't know whether shot stopping. He's one of the best, but his all-round goalkeeping ability. I don't know. I just wonder whether that could be an area.
I'm in the same boat as you. I think an upgrade going forward would be a goalkeeper position. I think we're crying out for a right winger, crying out for one. And probably a new centre-half. I'm glad we didn't spend 70 million on Gay, to be honest with you, because that Palace, for me, that was their prime time to cash in on Gay. He's just come off the back of an unbelievable Euros.
Yeah.
And that would have been... They ain't going to get 70 million again out of him. No chance.
What's the story with Almiron?
I don't know, mate. He's just not getting a look in at the moment.
He can't get in the team at all, can he? Can't he get off the bench?
No, he can't. He can't get in the team. I think he's probably one that's going to be offloaded, if not January, most definitely in the summer. But yeah, he's not getting a look in. It's tough at the moment up top. We're just not getting the goals. And it's costing us.
Yeah, big time. Harrison, great call, mate. Thanks for phoning in. Let's go to Mark. He's a Coventry fan. All right, Mark?
Okay, Mark.
All right, guys. How's it going?
I'm all right, Mark. How was Lampard's first game?
Average at best, but you can't really put that down to Frank on this occasion. I think he's got his work cut out, to be honest. All the players' confidence is shot. But I think, we've got the players to turn it around, but he's definitely going to have his work cut out.
Everyone I speak to that watches more of Coventry City than I do, and I spoke to Ian Danta last night, he's saying the squad is good enough to be challenging around those playoff places. Do you agree with that?
100%. 100%. Look, you go back to the game we had against Tottenham and we outplayed them. So I know there was a few players missing, granted, but we outplayed them. And there's been a few occasions where in this season we have just been so much the better team, but we just can't put the ball in the back of the net for some reason, and we're pretty shoddy at defending.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the goals you've conceded. You've conceded 27.
Yeah, we scored a few.
Yeah, -3 you are, goal difference. And, you look at a team like Coventry, you're talking about getting in the playoffs. Normally when you see a team down who can't quite get results, but it will turn around, the goal difference ain't that bad. But, you got to sort it out at the back, 27. Do you think it'll...
Yeah, we got more holes in the jumper my nan knitted me for Christmas to the defence. But...
Do Nan still do that? They still knit jumpers?
What do you mean?
I don't know whether they do anymore, do they?
What, knit jumpers?
I don't know whether Nans
do.
What, for Christmas?
Then, guys, you should be all over it.
Do you think they still do?
What, Nans?
Do Nans still knit jumpers for Christmas? I don't know whether they do anymore, mate. I mean, they're so... just get yourself down the local market or M&S or something like that. No,
I'm still there. I'm sure there's
Nans still do. Okay, fine. Okay, fine.
If they're out there, let me know.
I just asked the question.
All right, Mark, thanks for your call. Let's go to Dan, who's a Brentford fan. Dan?
Danny boy.
How are you, boys?
I'm all right, Dan.
Danny boy.
I'm all right.
Up the bees.
Yeah, I called up last week discussing Everton, and I remember saying if you can win your home games and draw your away ones...
You did, I remember.
Perfect example, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, look, every time I turn on Brentford, Whistler scores.
Oh, don't.
He's
you know,
a joke.
I had a bet on him to score first as well. And if it wasn't from, I don't know who he was called, for Leicester, I would have won.
I don't know. He was cool.
I mean, that's normally how it works.
Visser and Mbuemo, yeah, those two boys. It has been quite a revelation, the pair of them. We saw what they had under the bonnet before Tony left, but those two boys. Say again.
Ivan Tony who, yeah. It feels like that.
Yeah.
Does feel like that. I think you're a better team without. I'll be honest, I think you're better without him.
Then you've got Sharda as well.
I've been saying this for ages. We are a better team without him.
And Sharda, hat trick.
Oh, don't. Unspoken hero in today's game. Yeah. So many players, though, unspoken heroes. But is it a fact of, do we look at, I know you boys were saying earlier, are we looking at it that it's Ruud whatever his name is?
What do you mean, whatever his name is? Show some respect.
What do you mean, whatever his name is? Do you know anyone from Leicester? Ruud van Nistelrooy, one of the best.
Whatever his name is,
Some of the best strikers ever.
Right, Dan.
I didn't want to mispronounce his name.
No, okay.
I embarrassed myself on air.
Ruud van Nistelrooy.
Yeah, that's it.
No, you say it.
The perspective of
you say it.
Ruud van Nistelrooy. Are we looking at it that it's a Brentford great performance, or Ruud's? I'm going to say Ruud. He's got a task on his hands.
Well, yeah, he's got a task on his hands for sure. But look, they would have been. He was there in the stands today watching the game. Your team and their performance, big results all over the Premier League and the Championship. I'll take the EFL calls. Plymouth fans, you can phone us up. You're in the car. You're driving back from
on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app, and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.